And also this is a fighting game between 8 players on IGS, where black managed to kill a large group in a semi by just one liberty. That's always nice when it happens. So let's see how this went. First of all, here for white, playing q3 facing the top right corner, it's a little bit questionable already. It's better for white to have the Komoku facing the other direction, so when white plays another move in this corner and black approaches high or low, black is already fighting inside white's sphere of influence. Now this way it's very nice for black to come from the top, because he's got 2 stones against 1 on this side, so it's going to be more comfortable to develop this way. Here black can also consider the solid extension connection. Then when white extends, black also extends r10 or q10, which is ideal in relationship with his top right corner. But white decided to take away the nice point. Normally white just plays o3 to secure the corner, and black extends r11 to finish the joseki. So in this case white is overplaying to prevent the nice moyo developing on the right side. So black shouldn't block at r9, because this is just over concentrated. Maybe black wants to play r13 or r14 later. So in this case black should just consider o4 or p3, because normally white was supposed to extend o3. So in order to punish white for not playing the joseki move, black should consider moves like p3. Then when hane under, simply block at q3 q4 to prepare the cut in the corner. So white defends solid or hanging connection, then black extends and extends again. So this way black is pushing white low to the second line and makes a wall. Now if white extends towards the top right corner, that's not a problem. I mean, black can just leave with this, because already black got some profit on the bottom area. So playing this r9 makes white feel happy about his overplay. The Sun invasion is probably too much here. White can just play a 2-space jump and fix his base, and then come back and finish the joseki on the bottom. Now black decided to block the top side, which is pretty okay, but in this case black should consider r16 to separate the top corner from the right side. This makes more sense. It's a bit more natural. So white will push. Now black can go nobi, hane or keima. So let's just take the easy variation. Black plays nobi, white goes keima in the top to fix his group, and then black can simply extend from the wall and remove white's base. So all of a sudden r11 is thin and has no base, so it must jump out. Then black can start an attack with a cap move. Now in the top, black can also consider the keima at o17, and then if white simply bumps and hane, black can leave the position like this and again attack the right side, or continue locally with the hane and then double hane in the top or inside cut. If this happens and white captures Atari from the outside, take and connect. This pattern is quite often seen nowadays. It's actually quite an easy joseki as well. So anyway, black can consider the block on the right side. Also the hane and double hane, it's an option. Then grab the corner. Now again white has a group in the top, but also r11 is pretty weak, so white needs to fix a base on the right side, but then black can attack strongly the top group. So back to the actual game. Block the top side, hane in the head of 2 stones, that's fine. But here again black can consider double hane, and actually this would be fine, because if white takes a ponuki on the right and black cuts and goes for the corner, white's formation it's a little bit over concentrated, having r11 very close to the ponuki, but it's also necessary to have some kind of extension there in order to secure the base. But overall this is nice for black, because black also has a lot of potential towards the top where he wanted to develop in the first place when he blocked at q17. This way it allows the connection under, and white took it. Then black can just leave the position like this and extend all the way to L16 or K16 in order to set up a nice moyo with the E16 in the top left corner. So black decides to push again, but before extending, in this case it's natural to hane and cover in order to keep the stones connected. If white pushes again and hane, black can just leave the position like this and now extend from the wall. And if white plays in the middle, somewhere like L16, black can fight. So attack from the outside and push the stone toward the wall, towards the thick wall on the right side. So this way, black starts a strong attack on those stones. The thing is, if black simply plays the extension, for white it's very nice to stick his head out into the middle with this nobi. That's why the normal follow-up would be to cover and connect this line. White is just going for a honey in the top right corner. There's no need, the group in the top right is already alive, so play a nobi like this, threatening to cut at q15 and also separate the over-concentrated group on the right side. This honey, black will just block and hanging connection, very good. That's a nice shape for the top, and now it narrows the gap for white to invade. White played honey, but still nobi is better. Because after black connected, there's still a cutting point to worry about at q11, so yeah, white protected there. Black can play a peep, s10, just to secure his group on the right side. Well, this group is pretty thick, but in the same time it's also kinda korigatachi. Then play away. Now here, if the bottom side is not so interesting for black, so black can consider to go for the avalanche and develop the left side. There is more potential on the left than in the top for black. Black doesn't have to care so much about the bottom side. So this would be an option. Now if white plays the hane in the head of two stones, this will lead to a small avalanche joseki. And this can become a trade. So white breaks the left side while black takes control of the bottom area. That's a fine joseki too. Anyway, black simply blocks the classic way, hanging connection again. Solid connection is a move that's played too, and just extend k3. But with a hanging connection, black wants to extend l3. White doesn't allow it again, so white was supposed to play c6 and then extend l3. Now white has to finish this joseki. Black can peep one time, the group is safe, and take the shimari in the top left corner. This way the game is more balanced. So white took away the extension again, and this time black punished on the left with the attach, very good. d4, it's good timing, and then extend again, that's perfect. Later on, black can use the c2 peep as a cut threat and also damage the corner in the Yose. This invasion, it's a bit seems a bit desperate. White should just go c16 to prevent the shimari in the corner. Now if black plays an attach, hane, pull back, extend one space or two space, when black secures the corner, extend again. So this is a way for white to develop very fast the base on the left side. Now black is attacking quite severe. Here black can think about the Kosumi, because it puts a lot of pressure on white. White doesn't have a base and has to run out and then enclose the corner even larger in this case. Now this way white has a way to fix his base with a slide at e18 and then jump out. Oh, white went all the way in the vital point, but this is dangerous. Black can separate. So now it's tougher for white to fix the top because now he's got two heavy spots. Well, in this case, black can think about the block and now white has to pull back. So white got the base, but it's still over concentrated. Here it also works to play the hane and double hane. Now when white goes for capturing the top, black takes the two stones in the corner. If white decides to connect the corner and leave in the corner like this, then black captures the stones on the outside with the nose Tetsuji. So either way is good for black. Now black decides to extend on the left side on the fifth line, going for a big moyo, but this is a little bit greedy. Normally the extension of d11 is good enough. So this jump on the fifth line may feel a little bit greedy, and also it allows more space for white to invade. So white can play, for example, c9, threatening to connect under at b7, and when black separates, white just extends and make a base. So in this case, e11 will be a bit wasted. Now if black just goes down at c11 and allows the connection under, it still feels like black played two moves instead of one in that area. Uh-huh. Well, it's more natural to play c11 and allow the connection underneath, because this way black makes a box on the left side and you want to build moyos in a box shape. So Kosumi, white is threatening the connection under. So if black just plays away or plays this kind of move, white can link under right away. I think something similar happened in the actual game. Um, well, when this happens, white can also extend for a base and also reduce the influence of black's wall. So this would be a very comfortable way for white to make his invasion successful. This way black actually didn't lose so much. So black got the territory around f6 and also the potential at d13. This block in the corner is very big, so white has to pull back. If white doesn't play there, which happened, I mean a move like this, there's another way for black to take away the base. So for example, black can enter g18. When white pulls back, black connects under. If white separates, black will just block and capture the two stones. Now black can also play the hane, oops, f17, then atari, atari again, and connect under. Now here white has to leave in the corner, which is painful, and then the outside stones will probably die on a large scale because black is very thick in the area. So it's quite big for black to for white to extend at f17 and stay connected. This seems like a desperate invasion. Instead of attaching, black can consider keima under or cap from above to surround the invader, the intruder. Playing the attach might give white some forcing moves. Here actually it's safer to go down, then when white pushes, black connects, white has to connect and black links under. If white goes down, black will just cut and capture at least two stones. The other are also floating into the center. Playing the crosscut, this gives white some moves to maneuver around. Now here, black should just block under. When white pushes, black can block, and on the Atari, black has a squeeze play. So either Atari here and Atari again, and then connect, or connect one more time, and when white cuts, Atari, Atari, and connect in the center, or solid. Because anyway, the stone on the left side it's already caught, only two liberties. So playing like this allows white to go down, but in fact black can sacrifice 2 stones and surround like this or like this. White has to leave somehow. He will make it, but black has the wedge and cut the stones in the middle, so this is also painful for white. Anyway, it's normal for black to save the 2 stones, capture 1 stone, but in this case white simply connects under, and now white's plan actually worked. He overplayed but got away with it, and in this case black has 3 stones which are quite heavy, so black should consider the sacrifice and go for a larger kill. So now black is on the run a little bit. White should play Atari and Peep in order to be more active, and then jump out to attack the heavy stick on the left side more. This move is heavy. Of course black is trying to protect against f11 wedge, but here black can play Kosumi, so if white tries to cut the Ikentobi, just Atari, connect and connect as well, nothing happens. And anyway, even if black jumps again and white cuts f11, it doesn't really work because black can push through, and now it prepares a double Atari. So or just play Atari and it's fine. So Kosumi and jump out. Usually just 1 space jump, but it seems safe enough to play the 2 space. Atari connect, Hane, alright. So black gets a lot of potential in the top this way. Here black can go Atari, Atari again, and then just enclose the box, because there's no way for white to escape with the mark stone next. Well, it's still difficult for that white to ruin the Moyo. Now black can just play a loose move like this to surround without attaching or touching the white group. Keeping some distance like this, it's usually safer in a combat or attack. This way white is really trying hard to escape, but so far black plays solid. Now here it's better for black to play Atari from the left and then connect, because the shape is much more stronger, and in the middle there's nothing to worry about. Well, white has this kind of forcing move or vital point to try a connection underneath, but let's see how can black fight back. Normally just go down. If black plays here, white will Hane, then black has to push again, and if white blocks, black can cut, Atari go down, push, take the stone, and then kill everything inside. But this will end up in a semi, similar to what happened in the game. So Atari connect, then Atari defend, take away a liberty, but actually this move is no need, so I can directly go for the key point. But the problem is black can also use disattach, then cut, and Atari from behind once, then escape. Now if this happens, when white pushes again, black goes down, and if white tries to capture the stones in the top, black already has Atari and it's finished. So black can win the semi in a faster way. Now here black can just play M17 or L17. So black is connected to the top right, and there is no way for white to bother black in the local fight. Instead of playing this move, black can just extend, and it's done. Because when white tries to connect under, it doesn't work this way. Kosumi doesn't work either. So, and when wedge, just Atari under. This is game over. Well, this is kind of game over too. Now here, black has a cut, then Atari under, and Atari again. So this way, the group inside black's moyo is completely surrounded and killed, and there is no way for white to set up a semi or a capturing race. Now there's going to be a race, but let's see. Hane, block, connect, then on this move just go down, so nothing happens. Atari connect and then descend. So black makes ice and white doesn't, but now white has a semi with the other group. Like this. Now that would be bad. Just Atari. So back to this shape. Black should really cut. If white turns, black Atari under, and if white plays Atari, which he has to, black will just link under. So it's done. This was a bit more risky, but black has an eye and white doesn't. So black can already take away a liberty at m19. If white needs an approach move, so there are 3 liberties in the top, and then black Atari from the outside, and it's finished. Well, something similar happened in the actual game. White Atari from the inside, but this gives extra points to black. So, and now Atari on the outside, and it's game over. Good bump. I still want to play the Kosumi in order to threaten the cut, and this gives eye shape on the spot. Attach is good too, but before Nobi, take the key point to threaten the cut in the corner and then extend a couple of times. Because now I can play the bump at q4, and then when black Nobi, I can think about push and cut, so it's a bit more dangerous. Yeah, why didn't take the opportunity? So this is a very easy game for black now. Black can go up, in fact. Everything is alive, nothing to worry about. Here black can connect in an active way with a peep, so when white pushes, black will block. The life is safe on the right side, and now it's threatening to cut, so white needs to come back and protect solid. Nice catch in the middle. Net works. So white played inside and then resigned. That's not very polite. Normally, after white plays a move like this, he should wait for black's reaction, which will probably be Atari on the right side, and then resign. If white just connects here, black has the wedge and kills more stones. This is a disaster again. Well done on this game by black.